In April 1066, an elderly eccentric monk called Elmer noticed a shooting star in the sky from his abbey of Malmesbury in Wiltshire. Seeing it as a bad omen, Elmer is supposed to have muttered, "You've come, you source of tears to many mothers. It is long since I saw you, but as I see you now you are much more terrible, for I see you brandishing the downfall of my country." Few people reached old age in the 11th century, but Elmer was one of them, and as a boy in September 989, he had seen the same hairy-tailed star in the sky. Soon afterwards the Vikings had returned to England after almost a century, and so the comet's arrival now was not entirely welcome. 3 months before the star reappeared, King Edward had died, having first shouted wild and rather unhelpful prophecies about the country's destruction. During his long reign, the slightly weird monarch had promised the throne to a number of very violent men, and the country was now in a state of deep foreboding even for the standards of the time. The heavenly body, identified 6 centuries later by astronomer Edmund Halley, was indeed a bad omen. For 1066 would turn out to be a terrible year for England, with 2 invasions, 3 battles, and thousands of deaths. In the most famous of these clashes, 2 armies of between 7,000 and 8,000 men faced each other outside Hastings on October the 14th. Elmer was lucky to have seen Halley's comet a second time. 50 years earlier, the monk was so inspired by the Greek legend of Icarus that he built wings from willow trees and parchment, and proceeded to launch himself from the abbey's 60-foot-high bell tower in a rather optimistic early attempt at manned flight. But even the fact that he broke both his legs and never walked again didn't dampen his cheery demeanor and enthusiasm. In fairness, he did stay airborne for 200 yards before crashing, or so he claimed.